Next one, Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, QB, Oklahoma, standard opening. 2. San Francisco 49ers, Nick Bosa, edge, Ohio State. This pick was runnin'. Trade, New York Jets trade pick. Meanwhile, Tyler said, Joe loves this, probably because Joe was now on the clock with the Bucks. 5. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Quinnen Williams, DT, Alabama, and could do that. Personally I see no way Quinnen gets to 5, Allen mused. That's a heist. 6. New York Jets, from New York Giants, Jawan Taylor, OT, Florida. The Jets have their franchise QB, or they think they do at least. Giving him a franchise tackle would probably help. 7. Jacksonville Jaguars, Ed Oliver, DT, Houston, welcome back to the top of the draft, Ed Oliver. Bow to me, roared Sam, as both Joe and Allen approved of the pick. Gotta replace Malik Jackson, why not do it with a blue-chip prospect? Alex tried to trade down from this pick with the Lions, but nobody bit. 8. Detroit Lions, Brian Burns, edge, Florida State, maybe they should have done. Joe admitted he thought about taking Burns at 5, and Sam and Tyler also praised the pick. 6. Linemen of some kind in the first 8 picks. Previous next 9, Buffalo Bills, TJ Hawkinson, Tay, Iowa, not a pick Sam liked. I don't care how good he is, I couldn't draft a Tay 9th overall. Alex noted his Lions took Eric Ebron 10th overall with Odell Beckham and Aaron Donald on the board. We made him a Pro Bowler LMAO, pointed out Colts fan Sam.10. Denver Broncos, Drew Lock QB, Missouri, didn't enjoy that one, Tyler said. I didn't want to do it, but I think it's going to. He probably wasn't sure what he wanted, so went with the Elway man crush. Bengals on the clock. If Sam doesn't go well here he's cancelled. 11. Cincinnati Bengals, Garrett Bradbury, NC State, not cancelled, but Bradbury with Jonah Williams on the board? That's probably the first S-Club moment of this draft. 12. Green Bay Packers, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, SCB, Florida, pictured quickly followed by the second. Surely CGJ would have at worst been in range to be a trade-up target from 30. Trade, Miami trade pick. Sam snarked about when you're willing to pay a QB tax for a tackle, Vikings things, to which David replied with when you're able to do that because you got your QB for 0 picks in the first place. Giving that QB a man who could plausibly upgrade literally any spot on the Vikings line. He'll like that. 14. Atlanta Falcons, Montez Sweat, edge, Mississippi State, a guy with a fragile heart in Atlanta, snarked Tyler. The Falcons' pass rush did need a pulse, David replied in defending a pick that had the Allen seal of approval. They had no hope of beating anyone without him, Tyler deadpanned. 15. Washington, Devin Bush, LB, Michigan, dead right to take a LB named Devin at that point, at least in the context of trade. Washington trades pick. Previous next 17, New York Giants, from Cleveland, Jeffrey Simmons, DT, Mississippi State, turning the OBJ pick into a flag-laden defensive lineman would be contentious. 18. Miami Dolphins, from Minnesota, Cody Ford, EOT, Oklahoma, and still Devin White falls. So does DK Metcalf for that matter. 19. Tennessee Titans, Clelin Ferrell, edge, Clemson. 20. Pittsburgh Steelers, Devin White, LB, LSU, pictured that Steelers pick was a run-the-card-in moment if ever there was one. Moonwalking across the stage with this one, Tyler noted. Seattle wanted to move down. Devin White going off the board might have made that harder. Trade, Seattle trade pick. 22. Baltimore Ravens, Chris Lindstrom, G, Boston College. David liked the fit in Baltimore, seeing as the Ravens basically run the BC offense. And Tyler said he dyed that fit for the same reason. 23. Houston Texans, Andre Dillard, OT, Washington State. This is the exact opposite of a hot take, even with every DB other than Chauncey Gardner-Johnson still on the board. 24. Oakland Raiders, from Chicago, Greedy Williams, CB, LSU, not anymore. Amusingly, Allen called this a ridiculous steal, and Joe got the S Club out, possibly ironically, but there absolutely are some who see a bust in this man. 25. Philadelphia Eagles Byron Murphy, CB, Washington. 26. Indianapolis Colts Christian Wilkins, DT, Clemson. 2 nice defensive need picks there. 27. Oakland Raiders, from Dallas Nasir Adderley, S, Delaware. 28. Los Angeles Chargers, Dalton Risner, OT, Kansas State. 2 teams who could have taken Metcalf but went with bigger need picks instead. Slight surprise here might have been there being no trades. Arizona from 33 with an extra second and a rookie QB to help. Tyler admitted he considered Risner for the Raiders but felt defense should be the priority wherever possible. 29. Kansas City Chiefs, DK. Metcalf, WR. Ole Miss. Allen announced this pick as a David Howell bomb. In practice he would be catching Patrick Mahomes' bombs. Tyler said he would love to see that, in reality, adding, he needs a good QB and to not be the only good WR, and he could be brilliant. Sounds like KC to me. 30. Green Bay Packers, from New Orleans, Irv Smith Jr. Take Alabama, no Gronk replacement for you at Patriots. 31. Los Angeles Rams, Dexter Lawrence, DT, Clemson. 32. New England Patriots, Jerry Tillery, DT, Notre Dame. 2 defensive tackles for the defending conference champions. Solid picks for win-now teams on the previous. Next. 33. Arizona Cardinals, Kelvin Harmon, WR. NC State. Joe said it could just as easily have been Deebo Samuel or Hakeem Butler, whom he grades very similarly. Alex noted that Christian Kirk was their second-rounder last year. Who killed him? Sam asked. 34. Indianapolis Colts, from New York Jets, Hakeem Butler, WR. Iowa State. The Butler did it, he added. 35. Oakland Raiders, Josh Jacobs, RB, Alabama offense. 36. San Francisco 49ers, N'Keal Harry, WR. Arizona State. Quite a skill position run here, Allen observed. Tyler loved breaking up the WR flow with Jacobs. 37. New York Jets, from New York Giants, Chase Winovich, edge, Michigan. 38. Seattle Seahawks, from Jacksonville, Deontay Thompson, S, Alabama. 2 defensive need picks there. Joe fancied Pete Carroll to address Thompson's excessive willingness to gamble on plays. 39. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, DeAndre Baker, CB, Georgia. 40. Buffalo Bills, Rock Ya-Sin, CB, Temple, pictured, and we have a DB run. Bills already risked the franchise on a high-ceiling raw QB, why not get the same at CB? 41. Denver Broncos, Charles Omenihu, DT, Texas. 42. Cincinnati Bengals, Michael Dieter, OT, Wisconsin. Sam noted that he double-dipped on OL help for the Bengals. I think you have to, Allen opined. Andy Dalton might die if they don't. 43. Detroit Lions, Kahale Warring, Tay, San Diego State, S Club. Alex's justification was some Lions fan site drafted him in the second. He thought about taking a corner before seeing speed listed as a weakness on his scouting report and getting bad memories of Tease Tabor. 44. Green Bay Packers, Zach Allen, Boston College. 45. Atlanta Falcons, Draymond Jones, DT, Ohio State. 46. Arizona Cardinals, from Washington, Daniel Wise, DT, Kansas. We had a run of WRs in DBs, but to quote Scooter, we're back to the heavyweight jam. 47. Carolina Panthers, Yadni Kahuste, OT, West Virginia. 48. Miami Dolphins, Eric McCoy, C, Texas A. Allen called the McCoy pick really nice value, especially if the plan for Miami is to go QB next year. Which, considering they traded down for a 2020 pick, would seem a safe assumption in this scenario. Previous. Next. 49. Cleveland Browns, Amari Oruwariya, CB, Penn State. David called that a value pick, but Joe argued, he's a guy the first see busting, as he struggles with his back to the ball. 50. Minnesota Vikings, Titus Howard, OT, Alabama State. Another OL double-dipper. 51. Tennessee Titans, Juan Thornhill, S, Virginia. 52. Pittsburgh Steelers, Deebo Samuel, WR, South Carolina. Tyler said he'd penciled in the Samuel pick before we even started. 53. Philadelphia Eagles, from Baltimore, Riley Ridley, WR, Georgia. Trade, Houston trades pick. 55, Houston Texans, Darnell Savage, S, Maryland. Worth noting at this point that Joe was complaining about the batting on MLB The Show, which he was playing on and off during slow periods in the draft for him. Might bunt, he said after another well-timed hit turned into an underwhelming line drive. 56, New England Patriots, from Chicago, Sean Bunting, CB, Central Michigan. This combination of comment and pick did not go unnoticed by fellow MLB The Show player, Tyler Allen. Meanwhile, noted it wouldn't be a draft without the Pats going small school. 57, Philadelphia Eagles, Rodney Anderson, RB, Oklahoma. Joe calls Anderson his favorite prospect, which is some statement. 58, Dallas Cowboys, Ja'Kai Polite, Edge, Florida. Polite's fall ends. David called this a very Cowboys pick. 59, Indianapolis Colts, Christian Miller, LB, Alabama. 60, Houston Texans, from Los Angeles Chargers, Lonnie Johnson, CB, Kentucky. 61, Kansas City Chiefs, Jalen Ferguson, Edge, Louisiana Tech. Allen liked that pick of the small school sack machine. 62, New Orleans Saints, Daniel Jones, QB, Duke. Tyler was stunned. Allen was laughing at the idea that the successor to Breeze is going to be a Sean Mannion 2.0, evidently not a fan. Sam, for his part, said he'd have done the same. 63, Kansas City Chiefs, from Los Angeles Rams, Jonathan Abram, S, Mississippi State. 64, New England Patriots, Jay Sternberger, Tay, Texas A. And with that, we're done. Previous next. Well, the fall of DK Metcalf, pictured, is certainly one. Ditto Devin White. Sometimes players just fall when you least expect them to, and that's now happened in both 2019 interactive mocks, meaning this can genuinely be established as a trend. Positional runs were a notable trend in this one, not just the obvious edge one out of the gate, but several periods of picks being streaky in the second round, and that's a significant takeaway. Above all, a reminder that it only takes one team to fall in love with a guy for him to go off the board earlier than you think. That's how we're now expecting the Murray opening to the draft, but there'll be more where that came from, there always is. That might be the single biggest takeaway from a mock where the first round in particular was one of the least chalky you're likely to see all year.